What's up there, guys? Stock Market Hub here. I'm your host, Joe, and I know what a lot of you are wondering. How is the US election going to affect the stock market? The answer? Not a clue. And remember, I can't advise you. I'm not a financial advisor. I'm just some guy on the internet who might have some insights. I think the first one everyone needs to keep their eyes on is Tesla. It's very obvious what basket Elon has all of his eggs in when it comes to this election in a few days' time. Elon is very, very close with Trump. He's been following around all of the rallies. Trump has been speaking very highly of him on interviews such as the Joe Rogan podcast. There is no doubt in my mind that if Trump wins this election, he's going to start funding some Elon Musk projects. He's been speaking very highly of when SpaceX caught the rocket the other day in midair, which was, that was phenomenal. And obviously SpaceX managed to outclass NASA in terms of getting the astronauts that were stuck in space back down to Earth. As we can see, Tesla is already pretty high in terms of its stock price. But I think if Trump wins, we're going to see a big spike in that. If Kamala wins, Elon Musk is not going to have as strong as backing as he would have done with Trump. We could see a slight downturn in the Tesla stock if Harris comes out the victor. However, the Democrats are also looking to switch to greener fuel resources in the future, and Tesla is obviously at the forefront of that at the automotive industry. I think we could see Tesla have a downturn with a Harris win, but it will eventually recover. So I think it's a pretty good stock to hold for now. Whereas if Trump wins, I think it's going to go quite high. I'm not going to bore you with all the political jargon behind the scenes of it, because quite frankly I can't grasp it all myself. But I think we could see Tesla soar if Trump is the victor. The next thing I think we should all be looking at is the oil industry. Trump is very much in favour of oil and fossil fuels and doesn't really look towards greener solutions. He isn't exactly a huge believer in climate change. I was listening to him speak at a rally earlier and he was going, they call it climate change now, they call it this, they call it that. So he's not a very big believer in terms of green energy. The policies he wants to bring in, he's trying to encourage domestic oil production as he wants to turn away from importing oil from the likes of Russia. He keeps saying that America is sitting on top of their own liquid gold and nobody's doing anything about it, and there's tough legislations on it and no one's really doing much. Companies like Chevron could benefit massively in the short term, but that is the short term. There is the very slight chance that if America starts to discover a very big oil reserve beneath them, it could eventually lead to a surplus in America's oil, and the prices of oil could really steady off in the long term. As I mentioned with the Tesla stock, Harris is looking like she will prioritise green energy over the use of fossil fuels and oil. More regulations could come in with a Harris win, making it tougher for domestic oil productions. So foreign oil exports could see an uptick with a Harris win, and local oil exports could see an uptick with a Trump victory. And of course, the last stock I want to talk about is the Donald Trump media stock. If you've been paying any attention to the last few days of the market, you would have seen this stock go from all-time low to all-time highs. There isn't much to say on this stock as it's so volatile and hard to predict. You can't really say what the final price is going to be because it's, if we look at it here, we just look at the last week, it's been as high as 56, and it's been as low as 30 as it is now. I think if Trump wins, we could see a small uptick in this price as he might try and push his new social media platform Truth Plus. If Harris wins, I think we can expect this stock to go next to nothing in terms of the price. I can't really say what to do with this stock because to me this is just hardcore gambling. It's either going to go very high or it's going to go very low. I think if you're holding it, you're going to be on edge. Anyway, this was only just a very quick short video discussing the top 3 stocks that I think we should all be looking at going into this election. If you enjoyed this video, I will be back tomorrow speaking on more of the state of the stock market, and we're going to look at some trending tickers and see what's looking good, what's looking bad. Also, we're now entering the back end of the year where a lot of companies are coming in with their Q3 earnings reports, so that could be really interesting over the next few days. Please comment down below what stocks you are looking at heading towards the election, and if there's any that pique my interest, I may cover them in a future video. Also, please comment who do you think is going to win the election and what outcome do you think they're going to have on terms of the stock market. Thank you for watching, everyone. I will catch you in the next one.